Hey guys, Jessica with Southern Sparrow. Let's talk singles and pairs because there are specific rules around singles and pairs when you're playing them in Mahjong. So we all know that on the card there is a singles and pairs section. That's all singles and pairs, but you'll also see lots of different hand options throughout the card that call for singles and pairs as well. And there's also something that we'll call a group of singles, and that's things like the news, where it's a single one of each making up 4 tiles. A lot of times people think because they're squished together that's a Kong. A Kong has to be the same tile. So if you see NEWS, news, you've got a north and east, a west and a south, that's a group of singles. So you have to treat it as if it's a single, right? Okay, so what are the rules around singles? You cannot expose for a single, meaning if I need a 1 dot and someone discards that 1 dot, I cannot call and expose this 1 dot. I cannot call for a single. Similarly, I could not call to make a pair of flowers here. I could not call for my pair either, nor could I call to complete news or 2024 or another group of singles. So you cannot call a tile for a single or a pair to then expose it on the top of your rack. You also can never use a joker as a single or a pair. So if I have everything that I need for my hand and I have a joker sitting on my rack and all that's left for me to complete is either a single or a pair, I cannot maj. I will then have to discard that joker, unfortunately. I know, bad joker news today. But, so you cannot call for a tile for a single or a pair, and you cannot use a joker in a single or a pair. There is one caveat to that first rule. You can call for a single tile or to complete a pair of tiles if it is your final tile to maj. You can call to maj that final tile. So let's say that I do need my last tile that I need. I have 1 flower in my rack. My last tile is a flower. I can then say call to maj and complete that pair of flowers if it is my very final tile that I need to maj. So for singles and pairs, they have different rules than if it's a grouping of 3 or more tiles. You cannot use a joker ever, ever, ever in a single or a pair, even if it's your last tile. And you cannot call for a single tile or to complete a pair or a group of singles like news unless it is your very last tile needed to win. So if it's the last tile to complete your hand, call away and maj away. But unless it is that, unfortunately, as those singles and pairs get discarded, you are totally out of luck on recovering them unless it's your final tile to maj.